Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video by yours truly. I wanted to take some time today to explain to you guys my plan and how I'm going to be preparing for Acheron prior to her release. The catalyst for this was a guy on Twitter hit me up and said, Smack, how do you always have your characters built to not only like pop off, but to zero cycle days within their release, following their release? And it's true, I always have the characters built up, and then a day or two later, I'm already zero cycling with them. Well, a big part of that is because of Relic investment. I prepare thoroughly for these characters because it's a big thing for me and how I get my content out and give you guys the banger content you love to watch. And I want to talk to you about what I'm going to be doing for Acheron so you can prepare as well. I mean, in case it isn't obvious, this new Relic domain, this is where you need to be spending all of your time. This is where you need to think, live, and breathe if you are trying to make your Acheron strong. Now, her kid hasn't been revealed yet. I get it. But what has been revealed is that she is a lightning nihility character. And we know that nihility characters are debuffers. We also now know that Acheron is so goddamn strong that she 1v9'd Duke Infern or Ifrit along with a number of other individuals. She is an emanator of an eon. So she is quite literally godly with power. This is no surprise. This is Raiden Shogun's clone. Of course she's going to be broken. You know she's going to be a DPS, okay? We don't even need to look at leaks to draw this conclusion. There is a 1% chance that she's not going to use this set. I mean, a 1% chance, and that is the gamble, okay? We can call it, that's the gamble. But I'm banking 99% that this set is going to be for Acheron. So I am going to farm this set today until her release. And then when she releases, I guarantee you I will have a banger set. And this is why I don't excuse these people who say I just have bad luck in RNG, because I know for a fact they don't do this. I know they don't. No, they go and fuck off their stamina on all these other places and all these other relics and like levels. They prepare horribly for characters, and then they blame it on their RNG and their luck. Listen, everyone has shitty luck. Nobody wakes up every day with good luck in this game. It just doesn't happen. But when I sit here and I grind this domain today until Acheron's release, keep in mind, that's a long time from now, right? Sparkle's gonna be coming out around the corner, and then probably Aventurine, and then after that, probably Acheron. If I sit here and spam this domain for like the next month or two, I don't know how long that is, you are bound to have very good pieces. And the way I do it is I'll just refresh one time a day. That's what I do, which costs me 50 Stellar Jades. And this, again, this depends on if you really want to be an Acheron main or if you're trying to preserve it's up to you. I don't know your account investment and I don't give a damn. For me, what I like to do is I do my 50 Stellar Jades a day. I spend $5 a month on the daily login. So 50 of that comes from the 90. So for me, I get 60 extra, but I don't refresh max. I don't use 75. I don't do none of that, bro. All I do, one refresh a day, and I spam the hell out of this domain. Now, what are we looking for? We're looking, this is very telling of what Acheron's gonna be able to do. Crit rate, crit damage, and inflict a debuff. So for me, ideally you want to hoard all of your pieces from this domain, unless it's just garbage like defense and attack percent, effect resistance, flat attack, like, right, you trash those. But if you get crit rate pieces, crit damage pieces, and effect hit rate as well, I don't know if she's going to be effect hit rate induced, but she's nihility, so I don't put it past her. So if I get stuff like that, I'm holding on to it. All right, I'm holding on to it. And then if I get speed and attack percent, we hold on to that because that's what DPSs all end up generally utilizing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, look at this. We already got one. We already got one potential god piece. If this rolls on nothing but crit rate and crit damage, potential god piece. Low key, I might do this for content and get the streamer's luck. No, I won't, I'm broke, I lied. All right, we'll come back to that one. But that's one piece. Now we got to work on this. I already got rid of all the garbage because it was all garbage. I got a bunch of garbage. We already dismantled it, put it as fodder. Now we got this. I saved a crit rate because this is the best one I have for now. right? This is garbage, but I know for a fact she's gonna need crit rate or crit damage. So any crit rate and crit damage pieces, I will hoard every single one of them until I get the one I want, which is, I don't know if she's gonna be crit damage savvy on a body or crit rate savvy. So we'll keep them both and we'll aim for substats such as crit damage or crit rate, effect hit rate, attack percent, and speed. The next one, I'm gonna hoard everything that is attack percent and speed boot oriented, unless she has some ridiculous mechanic where, I don't know, maybe she scales off effect hit rate. We don't know this. So for that matter, for the boot, I will literally hoard everything. I will hoard everything. So the perfect way to go about it, or the safe way, not perfect, is to just hoard everything from this domain. But that is the plan I'm doing for my acheron. Now, in that process, I can also prep for Dr. Ratio, who's also really good with that set. Dr. Ratio's good with that set. And you know what? I'll say it, guys. I think finally, with the release of Sparkle coming out, and now that we have access to that set, Silver Wolf, Crit Wolf Crit Wolf has been getting a smaller version of Jingyuan treatment. She's been getting incremental indirect buffs here and there, here and there. This is one of them. Because now she has a means to get crit rate and crit damage, which is her weakness for being a crit person. So Crit Wolf with Sparkle might actually be a thing. I know it sounds crazy. Now, I would never actually make Silver Wolf the main DPS, but a secondary DPS, yes, I could see this happening. So now for that domain, crit rate, crit damage, effect hit rate, attack percent. So I'm prepping for acheron, but the line of fire, or not line of fire, the beneficial silver lining, if you will, is going to be Silver Wolf will now have a set as well. Dr. Ratio will now have his best in slot set, if only by a little bit in comparison to this. And then there's is there one more character who could use that set? Honestly, there probably is, but those are the three that I'm worried about: Dr. Ratio, Silver Wolf, and acheron. There probably is somebody I'm sleeping on, but I can't think of it right now. But those are the three. Now let's go over to the other domain. However, I've already built my set on my where's she at? Here she goes, on my Ron Mei, the most broken queen in the game. We already made this set for her, but in the process of farming for acheron, I'm also building up the perfect set for my Ron Mei. Again, another thing that people will try and take away from content creators such as me and other people is, wow, you have those broken pieces, you must refresh a lot. No, the fuck I don't. You know what I do? I farm smart. That's it. So I'm spamming and prepping for acheron a month or two in advance, and in the meantime, I'm looking for all the good pieces for my Ron Mei. My Ron Mei, I'm looking for break effect and speed and HP percent and defense. That's it. Break effect, speed, defense, and HP percent. If I can get those pieces, great. Like this is a brick. This hit HP, which is nice, but look at my break effect, garbage. So I'm gonna be looking for pieces where I can get better break effect rolls and some speed, only enough speed for my Ron Mei to hit the 120 speed mark. Her best in slot build from where I stand is gonna be this 4-piece set with a sprightly Von Wax, so she can just go once, and then you pop her ult on the second time she goes, and then she never goes again. Like basically uptime. There's two different ways to run Ron Mei. There's the sweaty 0 cycle way, which is the way I just mentioned to you. And then there's the comfort way for people who generally take 3 to 4 to 5 cycles to clear content. In that manner, I'd say run her with a speed boot. But my Ron Mei, I'm looking for break effect sub stats with speed and tankiness. And that's what we're gonna do on every single, this is good. 6 speed and 11.6% break effect. Is it perfect? No, but it's good enough. This one right here, garbage. We'll re-roll it. Again, we got some HP in there, but we need break effect. Break effect is everything on Ron Mei. And then on this one, garbage. Look at that. Didn't roll on break effect at all. So I'm gonna be prepping for my Ron Mei. We're gonna put defense here, HP here, or vice versa. And then this set, we're gonna be grinding for defense here and then break effect or energy recharge rope, depending on who you are and what the scenario is. But that's the plan. The plan is we live in this domain until we meet the requirements for the characters we're prepping for. That's the only way I do things. Every single time a character comes out, I find out what they're gonna do as fast as possible, and I start prep as early as possible. I wanted to bring this to you. I get it, it might sound obvious to some of the people watching, like Smack, why are you saying shit that's obvious? Bro, if it's so obvious, then why are so many people playing this game with such garbage ass artifacts? You know why? It's not because of RNG, it's because these kids don't prep. They don't prep at all. And that's the most important thing. You spend 12 hours cutting down a tree, you spend the first 8 sharpening the blade, and then you actually cut the tree down for the remaining 4. Abraham Lincoln. So food for thought. Y'all let me know. Hopefully I brought you a little bit of value today. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the flip side.